Hello, I'm Jason Miller with RTC. Today I'm going to show you how the Apple TV works and just go through a few of the settings, also get you logged into Netflix, and just what the Apple TV box can do. Alright, the first screen you're going to see is going to be on the Apple TV when you first open it up, get it all plugged up, it's going to say welcome to Apple TV, select your language, and of course unless you just want a different language, so you want to select English. And it's going to start connecting. And right here it's going to ask you to basically, to help improve their software and also their Apple TV boxes, store information that they can use from time to time to keep, see how things are working with their boxes and everything else. And you can tell it no thanks or okay. Either way, it will proceed to the next screen. And we'll hit OK. And right here, it's going to take you to the main screen of the Apple TV box. Here, this is where you can go over and start setting up the box for your iTunes account, the Netflix account, and everything else. At this point, we're going to go ahead and go over to the settings. And you want to go to General. And the first thing you want to set up, in my opinion, is going to be the iTunes Store, which is going to link up your iTunes account if you have one. If not, this is where you can sign up for one. And right here, you can go down and you put in your username and password. And I'm going to put in my username. Once you get your username or your Apple ID in for your iTunes account, next it's going to ask for your iTunes Store password. And this is only if you already have an account set up. And once you get your credentials in, it's going to ask you, do you want the password to be stored so you can purchase later. And you can hit either yes or no here. Of course, no is going to be a little more secure in case you don't want family members or friends knowing your password or being able to go in here and automatically buy stuff. It'll ask you for your password every single time if you hit no. I'm actually going to hit no. And at this point, you're signed in because it shows up there that you're signed. To sign out, you have to click that. So basically, this is where you can check for rentals, that kind of things, sort your favorites as far as videos you can buy on iTunes, movies, TV shows, that kind of stuff. But I'm actually going to go back out to the main menu. And to go back out to the main menu, you're going to hit the menu button. There's only 3 buttons on this remote. As you can see, there is basically like a dialed controller here where it has left, right, up, and down. It's also got a menu button and also a play and pause button. So there's only 3 buttons here. It's a real sleek, simple remote as far as not a lot of buttons to choose from, that kind of thing where you can hit and not sure what you hit. There's only 3 buttons to choose from. So like I said, it's a pretty simple remote. And once you're back out here on the main menu, the movies here are going to be what's on iTunes that you can purchase using your iTunes ID. There are charges for this. The next is the same thing, TV shows that are on iTunes, like The Walking Dead, that kind of stuff. Here's where you can purchase music and share them with your other devices like your iPhone, your iPad, iCloud, iTunes on your PC, that kind of stuff. Here's the internet portion of the selection here, and this is what contains Netflix. And this is what your promotion came with. And so the Netflix here, you just want to hit the select button, which is the middle button here underneath the controls. And basically this is where you have to go on your computer and actually set up your Netflix account. You can't set up your Netflix account here. You already have it already set up and everything. But this is where you go in and you log in using the Netflix screen here on the Apple TV box, where you can then search for movies, TV shows, and just stream them to your TV this way. I'm going to log into my Netflix account. And once you type in your username, it's going to ask you for password just like the iTunes did. And I'm going to go ahead and enter my password. And it's going to say accessing Netflix, and at this point you're actually logged into your Netflix account. And this is what you're going to see. On the left hand side, it's just going to show movies that it has TV shows that it has. These are not necessarily suggested. These are suggestions for you of what you either rated, TV shows you watched, rated them as far as like the star count you put next to them after you watch a show or movie, and this is going to show suggestions for you. Most of the time, though, it's only like if you watch a certain genre of movies or TV shows, it's going to give you that type of genre that's going to pop up on suggestions for you that it thinks that you might like also. You can also go down one, and there's recently watched. This will show you that was what was recently watched on your Netflix account on this particular box. And also, if you watched on your PC at another location, that kind of stuff, it will also show you what you recently watched there too. So it really ties in your Netflix account as far as across the board between devices. So if you watch something on your PC at, say, your friend's house, came back home, and it's going to show there in your recently watched queue. Then you can go down and search by genre as far as different types of movies, scary movies, dramas, that kind of stuff. It also has a selection here of TV shows, so it kind of breaks it up from the movies to the TV shows, where if you scroll over one, if you hit select here, which is again the middle button of the remote, it will take you into the TV show list here. And the first thing it pops up on is new arrival TV shows, which means it just hit on Netflix. And you can scroll left here, or I'm sorry, right, and it will go through the whole selection of the new TV shows that have just arrived. It also breaks up into genres as far as TV dramas, comedies, just different selections for you there, which breaks it out. It's not all just compact into one single line, so it makes it a little bit easier to read and everything else. One thing great about the Apple box is just how clear and how just crisp the screens are. It really brings it to life and kind of, it's not all cluttered and all that kind of stuff like some of the other IPTV boxes are. So we're going to hit menu here to take us back to our previous screen. And like I said, you can keep going down. This will show you like new arrivals as far as movies. This is what's in your instant queue. And to set up your instant queue, you can go onto your PC and you'll see there's actually at the top it says instant queue, and you can basically select movies. When you go to a movie and you say, well, I don't want to watch this now, but I maybe want to watch it later and I don't want to search for it, I can just drop this into my instant queue. And these are the shows and movies that you drop into your instant queue. And so when I say show and movies, it's not just movies that you can only drop in your instant queue, but it's anything, shows, movies, documentaries, that kind of stuff. So it's anything that you see that you may want to watch on a later day, not right now, but you say, instead of having to search for that again, it's right there on just a click of a button. And also, if for some reason, like I said, you can't find it in the TV show selection or the new arrivals or something like that, or if you're just curious if this movie is actually on here, maybe it's an older movie, or maybe it's a movie that's just came out maybe a year ago and you're not sure if it's on Netflix or not, you can go down to search and just basically hit the select button to go into search. And once you're on the screen, you basically type out the title of the movie. If you're not sure, maybe like the whole name, you can just type in A, and it already starts pulling up a list. You can see right there on the right middle there that it's already starting to pull up a list. And as you type another letter, it narrows down to even more that maybe this is what you're looking for. So a lot of things you can do here, and Netflix makes it really convenient as far as how to search for movies and TV shows that you might be looking for. And then at this point, if you want to log out, you go right here and hit the select button, and it will pop up and ask you if you're sure you want to exit out, and we're going to hit yes on this. And you're right back onto the main screen for the Apple TV box. So like I said, it's real simple as far as the Netflix setting it up. It just took a matter of minutes. Like I said, you already have to go online on your PC and set up your account there, and then you come on here and enter your credentials here as far as your username and password for your Netflix account. And once you do that, you're on there, and in a matter of minutes, you're watching movies or TV shows, whatever you want to do with your family. And again, if you do have an iTunes account, you can always go and purchase a movie here. TV shows, music. It really integrates a lot of Apple's products in this one box. There's really no limit of what you can do within their actual products and iTunes and that kind of stuff. It's a really great program, software and box also. As far as the settings go, when you get back over here to the general settings, there's quite a few options. I'm not going to go into all of them, but just kind of give you like a rundown what they are. You can actually do a screensaver for your box, which will basically, when it goes into like a sleep mode, it will show that screensaver up on the screen, and instead of just, you know, leaving a picture there of the main screen, it'll actually go to a screensaver. You can turn that on and off and change the different screensavers. The audio video settings, in case, you know, you've got a kind of like 5.1 surround sound, that kind of stuff, you want to turn that on or whatever else, it supports that. The computers, this basically shows you like what computers are connected to your iTunes account, that kind of stuff. You can tell it to sleep now, and it'll basically put it on a screensaver if it is on. And also the general settings is where you can go in and set up parental controls, check your network status if you're on. Just different things like that. You can just do all kind of like check for updates for software, which Apple comes out with a lot of updates a lot of times, so you can always check for updates there. But like I said, overall it's a great box, and it should be able to do anything you're looking for.